At the center of the Paw Patrol is a mayor who misappropriates funds and is the definition of corruption. Let's learn more about Mayor Goodway as we continue to work on our gritty reboot of Paw Patrol here on My Sketchy Habit. Hello, my name is Patrick, I'm an artist, and this is My Sketchy Habit, where we draw every day and you don't have to be ashamed. That's right, you can draw and not be ashamed. It's very hard to follow. Look, we all have complicated feelings around our art, and here we focus on being art positive. That's why I have an art gallery where I like to share your art as often as I can. To do that, all you have to do is join the Discord down below. You can become a member of the Doodle Croodle and show us what you can do. I don't know why I like that so much. I keep saying it. Anyways, this is my prompt from yesterday. It was latte-y vibes. A latte vibe. It sure was a lot. Okay. Anyways, we'll have a new prompt at the end of the video. I would love to see your art. Join the Discord. Let's get to the video for today. We are working on the dastardly mayor of Adventure Bay. That's right, we're going to learn all about Mayor Goodway as we draw the gritty reboot of Paw Patrol, Mayor Goodway. Let's get to the art. So like I said, at the heart of all this, I think the source of the problems in Adventure Bay comes down to not the evil Mayor Humdinger from the other town, who did a lot of things. But no, I think it's the one in charge who allowed dogs and a child to be responsible for all of the public services in town. That's right, it's Mayor Goodway, and she and her evil Chickaletta are about to be formed here on the paper. I thought that like a power pose would be important here. So big sort of, evil villain chair with like a crossed leg with some very pointy shoes and like that Mr. Burns-esque sort of pose would be kind of perfect. I think I also wanted her to like have her hand on Chickaletta like Claw would in Inspector Gadget. I'm just proving myself to be old. That's what I'm doing with this commentary today. But look, these are the things that inspired me, and they go into the art to whatever extent. I also thought it'd be really fun to get this cool like body shape. I don't know. Sometimes when you're drawing, you start to put shapes down and they convey something about a character, an idea, and the shapes do more work than the actual like character design. And of course, shape is part of character design, so what am I talking about? But yeah, we're trying to get that hand on Chickaletta here and get some sort of pose for the mayor as if like they're being confronted or they're giving a town speech from their evil chair with their evil chicken. And so you can see here we're getting that hand in that's sort of talking. I talk with my hands a lot, so I relate. And of course, we're going to get a chicken sitting here, Chickaletta. Now, there's a key feature to this Chickaletta that I thought would be most important to really hit home the fact that they're evil, and that's the eye patch. Every evil animal needs an eye patch. Otherwise, how do you know it's evil? It's just an animal. But with the inclusion of an eye patch, we will get a Chickaletta that will make me proud. You can see I tried to draw here and I didn't really like it, so we're doing some shape work to get the chicken pose down in a way that works before we add some details, which is generally the way you should do it. But who has time for all that, right? I always thought Mayor Goodway an interesting character. She just like is a stand-in for the person who calls the Paw Patrol. It's kind of like Commissioner Gordon and the police officer in the old Batman series. She's just sort of there to go, oh no, and to call the Paw Patrol. And that's not great. I think the truth is she's an evil mastermind who has been taking funds that should be used to provide services to the town, instead get dogs to do it, take the money for herself. So she is wealthy beyond measure, and she's in control of all the power in town. She controls the new Paw Patrol, the one post Chase and Marshall and all the rest. And her corruption runs deep. You can see here we're getting some dramatic eyes on this character because they need to have an intensity, a ferocity, and a tiredness that really goes with the character. And I really like the way that this face turns out. It looks a little bit jokery there for a second. But we will fix that in our line art. She's a wonderful, wonderful character. I love the way this character looks, and I cannot wait to show you the line art and the color for the final reveal. But for now, I think we just about have everything we need in our sketch. And it's just about time to move on. It is game time. That's right. We are playing a game this week. It is called Blob Job, where I have a blob, you have a job, and when we do both, stuff happens. I take the blob and turn it into something. You have to guess what it is before time is up. It's very simple. Let's see if you can do it. Let's check it out. And so we return with a chance to do the line art for this character. There's a lot of good on this character already. I don't need to do a lot in order to sort of nail this one down. I just need to sort of follow the instincts of my lines and see what comes of it. There's this sort of dark furrowed brow that I really like on this character's expression. So often when drawing, there's one of two things that'll happen. One, something will just land the way it's supposed to land right away. And that's pretty rare, right? It doesn't happen all the time. The other option is that it takes you a million tries to get it right. And that's far more common. But this one, something about this, particularly in the face, just like landed exactly the way I wanted it to. And I don't know how to replicate that. I don't know how to make that happen every time. You can't. But, oh, it felt good to just land on something here that like felt really good for the character. Really good for the ideas that I had to show her corruption and her power and everything like that. And that's what we're sort of getting here as we work on just the details of this sketch. Gotta give her some power shoes. Heels are not my strong suit, so we just sort of draw big bold shapes on tiny little sticks, and we hope for the best from there. I did have a few problems trying to remember how feet worked, but that's a foot, more or less. Nope, come on. We did something. I think we did it. Chickaletta coming in here with the eye patch. The most important part of this entire drawing in my mind is making sure that Chickaletta has that eye patch. And of course to get the hand on here in some way that feels decent. I think the hand might be the biggest problem of this drawing. It's just hard to draw hands, and sometimes you got to keep moving forward because time and space and everything in between is getting in the way. And so you can see we're getting a chicken shape here for our Chickaletta. She has the eye patch. That's what matters most to me. We also decided to go with big old body slumped there. Really helps fill in the vibe for the character. And we just about have everything we need. We're just adding some details here to the big old chair just to give it a little bit more floofiness, some size and shape. And of course we got to get the bottom of the chair as well once we get the last of these nodules in. And her briefcase, because, you know, that's what she carries Chickaletta in, I think. It's such a fun character to have drawn, and I really like the way that she turned out, and I cannot wait to show you the color. We'll do that just after this. It's time for the dad joke, bad joke. My dad sends me a joke every day on WhatsApp, and I share it with you. And today we have another dog joke. What could be more incredible than a talking dog? A spelling bee. What could be more incredible than a talking dog? A spelling bee. A spelling bee. The dad joke, bad joke. Let's get back to the art. So we've got our art here, and it's time to drop in some colors. We use the colors based on the original character, desaturate them a bit. Oh, I also noticed that I changed the legs in between the recordings, and so I missed that in our line art part, but that's okay. We're getting in color here. We just sort of fixed up how the crossed legs looked, so it looked a little bit more natural. And I'm really happy with how that turned out. We're getting in the proper colors here for this character and really building out something that I think is super, super fun. I cannot wait to show you the final reveal. We're going to get the last of our colors on here, and of course we're going to drop in some shadows and some highlights. And once that is all done, however that may come about, we're doing some light testing here. Testing to see whether that chair is too dark or too light. We're going to change the colors up so that it can sort of stand out. There's a lot of dark tones here with dark hair and darker skin, and we want to make sure that we don't lose the character muddied in the background. And so you can see I lightened up the chair just so that you can see the character that much better on the page. We don't want to wash them out by making everything too dark around them. We're also going to go for a really dramatic lighting style for this character, where the shadows are sort of coming from behind them and there's sort of a front light on them, because that makes them look better, more evil. It'll be really fun to draw that in there. We're gonna get these shadows in there, and we'll be back with our final reveal of Mayor Goodway. Oh yeah, I think I also changed the color of the chair, because the green doesn't quite work with the way I want it to. You'll see. And that's going to be it for our Mayor Goodway, or should I say Mayor Evil Way. Nope, Goodway still works better. I enjoyed the story of corruption and whatnot that we made over this character, who's generally a bumbling fool in the Paw Patrol TV show. Either way, I'm just so glad that you're here to share this art with me. I also want to share your art in our art gallery. You can see here we have a wonderful art gallery. All you have to do is join the Discord down below, become a member of the Sketchy Doodles of the Doodle Croodle, and we would love to see what you can do. So please come share your art. You can do our daily prompt. You can do whatever you feel like. We just want to see the art because we're art positive. Speaking of prompt, we have a prompt for today. The word is costume. Costume. And be inspired around the word costume. That's going to be it for our video today. Thank you so much for being here. I just want to remind you the one rule of my Sketchy Habit, which it looks like is our Sketchy Habit. Don't tell anyone about our Sketchy Habit. That's between you and me. All right, that's it. Thanks for being here. Until next time, keep being awesome. Bye!